Kita ada himpunan rakyat, kebangkitan rakyat di stadium dan luar stadium. Najib kata terima kasih, Rais kata perhimpunan haram, TV3 hina kita, dan semua kata tak lebih daripada 30,000 orang. Maknanya they have failed their mathematics. You see? And they are not able to count properly. If you have prime minister, ministers who cannot count, they must be ousted by the people. Ini dalam politik kita katakan keadaan penafian, a state of denial. You don't know what affects. You refuse to accept and acknowledge truth. Why is it that people, Malays, Chinese, Indians, Ibans, Kadazans, would spend hours in the blazing hot sun to express their support for a just cause, for free and fair elections, for an independent judiciary, for a free media, for a just society, for the Malays, for the Chinese, for the Indian, for the Kadazan, for the Raya. It's time that we Malaysians stand up and be counted and change this rotten, racist, corrupt government. He now is the chief spokesperson for Perkasa, defending the Malays, the survival of the Malays, and protecting the Malays from Chinese dominance, particularly the DAP. So Guan Eng, listen carefully. Mahathir has given a stern warning. Don't ever dare. Now let me answer. 21 years, you can be either a good leader or a rotten leader. Now, if after 21 years as Prime Minister of the country, and you don't realize that your task is to build a united, just Malaysian society, Malays, Chinese, Indians, Jaya, then you are completely irrelevant and obsolete in your ideas and your views. Jadi saudara, yang nak dipertahankan itu ialah kontrak. Their economic monopoly, not justice, not even for the Malays, for the majority of Chinese here. May I reiterate my earlier point? You'll be wrong if you assume that UMNO fights and defend the rights of the Malays. They fight, they defend the position, power, influence, contracts for their family members and their cronies, not the popular mass Malays in the street and the villages. Now, I used to quote Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi sebut politics of conscience. A great fighter for Indian independence, Mahatma Gandhi, Gandhiji. He articulates a position, a political philosophy that is relevant in our struggle, or to our struggle, that when you fight and demand for change, it must be dictated by the habits of the heart and by your conscience, not because of power, not because of wealth, not because of popularity. Must be out of conscience. And how can you assume these UMNO leaders have any conscience left when funds allocated for poor cattle farmers you can steal and rob without sense of shame? And therefore we say shame to UMNO leaders. Semua sapu. Dulu orang kata guna penyapu, dia sapu habis. Elektrik, sapu. Beras, sapu. Gula, sapu. Pot, sapu. Proton, sapu. AES, sapu. Sapu is not sufficient. They are now using vacuum cleaner to suck everything. No sense of shame. Can you imagine if any one of us, I happen to be Minister of Finance, and then read a report Sir, 190 billion ringgit of illicit funds outflow from Malaysia. And I shut up, no comments. No sense of shame, precisely. 190 billion, no investigation, no study, no response from the central bank, not EPU, not the treasury. This is what we call the conspiracy of silence, a web of deceit to squander public wealth. And we Malaysians, we the Malays, we the Chinese, Indians, Dayak, Kadazan must stand up and make sure Uber. These elections is not about Anwar or Mat Sabu or Lim Guan Eng. It's not about keadilan, DAP or PAS or Pakatan Rakyat. These elections is about us. It's about us as a country. It's about us Malaysians. It's about saving this country. I can't do much. The leaders have their limitations. We cannot promise much. But we can promise you one thing. We can promise you one thing, and no way can we compromise on this principle. Please look at me. I mean it. And I want to give you this categorical assurance. I and my friends will promise you that we in the leadership of Pakatan Rakyat will never allow leaders to plunder and rob the wealth of this country.